Okay, guys, welcome back to another Ami Athletics episode. If you think that it can't get any better, you're dead wrong. It will get better. We have a lot of content. We have actually a big surprise in the power rankings. We have some really important things to talk about. You got to stay tuned for that. Not in the power rankings, in the community. We have a few announcements to make. But before we get into all of that, before we get into the real, as they call meat and potatoes, first of all, welcome back. Hanukkah's coming up. It's very exciting. And we also want to, I don't want to introduce him for personal reasons, but I heard he's a great guy. Off the court. Jacob Aranbaev, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself.
What's up, guys? Thank you, Arl, for introducing me. Thank you, Richie, for having me on this podcast. I'm really excited. 20 years old, proud Bukharian Jew from Jamaica Estates. As you guys may not know, we gave Green, some work last night.
Okay, one second, we're gonna get there, but just talk about yourself first, and then you can make fun of me later.
Yo, let him talk about last night. I want to hear that.
Okay, we'll get there. We have a whole segment of power rankings. Don't worry. Right now, I want to talk about.
What do you do during the day?
I'm in school, and also I'm working full time in real estate.
Oh, nice.
I'm a real estate broker.
What are you in school for?
I'm business finance.
Okay. Yeah. And you're 20 years old.
20 years old.
Who brought you into the league?
Funny story. So I used to play ball in Park Drive East, Jewel Park. I used to see Nathan, Nate Yochananov. They used to tell me about this league, and I'm like, yo, guys, you're playing against old guys. Like, anyone can drop 40 points. And whatever they start talking about it, I'm getting a little jealous. I see the app, their stats, and that eventually made me tell Nathan, yo, bring me in the league. I want some of this.
By the way, it wasn't so simple. I mean, there's a waiting list.
Yeah.
And it was like whatever to get you in the league.
They sent me a link. They sent me a link for just the members of previous members. So I quickly joined that. I paid the deposit. I'm like, yo, let's do this. I'm in.
Honestly, I feel I shot myself in the leg, but that was because Nathan was like, yo, get my boy in the league. So I said, right now, I'll get one guy in the league. I'll send you the link. It's only for one guy and whatever. So I was able to
Nathan who?
Nathan Raff.
Nathan Raff. Because Nathan Raff was like, yo, please get my boy.
Yeah.
Please get my boy in the league, whatever it is.
The guy who scored 5 points last night.
He had 5 points last night?
7 points, yeah.
Wow. What'd you do? You got on his head?
One second, where'd you go? We'll get there. Zach, I know you want to talk about Green. I know. I promise you, I know.
He's like drooling at the mouth already.
He even wore a black sweater. I know. Don't worry, I wore navy blue pants today, and it's a commemorate.
Wow.
But we'll get there. Anyways, first of all, what high school did you go to?
I went to North Shore Hebrew Academy High School in Long Island, Great Neck.
You were on the team?
I was on the team. Didn't play as well as I play now.
You started or you were a bench warmer?
I was half the season I was 6 man, half the season I was starter. But yeshiva basketball is very different. You got to listen to your coach. You got to pass the ball. You have these plays.
You have to play smart.
Yeah, you can't take the shots that I'm taking. So.
1 second, I'm sorry, but if Gabby was sitting, you played great last night. But other than that, you're not necessarily supposed to be taking those shots. But
I know, but they go in. So.
But here's my question for you.
They go in, keep shooting.
What does you joined the league?
Yes.
Okay. What does Ami mean to you? Do you feel like it's just a basketball league you come to? Is it more than that? No. What does it mean to you?
It's much more than that. Yes, last night my friends who don't know basketball that well, they came to watch the game. They're soccer players. They called me after. They're like, "Yo, this is amazing. This is honestly incredible. What you guys did it's for the community. It's amazing. It gets everyone together. It gets people going. It gets people active. Everyone's talking about it." And he was like,
"What do you mean everyone's talking about it?"
Like everyone wants to be involved.
It's a hype.
Everyone wants to be involved, and even my dad, he comes to every game.
He was there last night?
He was there last night. He saw you guys lose. He's like, this is the championship team, but we'll talk about that later.
We'll get there. Everything we'll get to.
But my friend, he plays soccer, and he's like, listen, like, can you tell them to make a soccer league?
I am in 100%.
Oh my God.
And then a football league too.
The way that Ami is growing is amazing, and I can't wait to see what happens with, in the future, like flag football, soccer, maybe it's going to be the next Y. Who knows?
So I'll tell you. So I'll give you guys some insider info that Richie will not let me say, but if he doesn't let me say, they'll edit this part out. if he doesn't let me say, then they'll edit this part out. But we are working on, I mean, in the short/long term, but more in the shorter term, to buy a building and to make our own athletic center.
Wow.
Now, in this athletic center is going to be, I mean, just we're gonna have a pool there. We're gonna have a JCC style, like 2 courts, two full-size courts.
Hopefully, we can still run up and down the court.
Doubtful. Doubtful. That's
Listen, it's better for us. We'll get him in shape.
we're gonna have a weight room there. We're gonna have a track. We're gonna have a football field in the back. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be this hub. It's gonna. I mean, he wants to put a UFC rink over there. He wants. I'm saying no, but like the point is that, and he wants to put a what he was saying.
Pickleball
a game,
court,
no, a pickleball court, no, a game room, big TV. Guys want to come watch the game.
Cut out your second house.
So I mean, that's the point. Like right now, I was sitting over there like, yo, if I was 15 years old and it was a Saturday night or a Sunday, I wouldn't know what I'm doing. I would just be like, all right, yo, I'm going to Army. I'm going to Army. I'm going to go play ball. I'll play football. I'll work out. I don't know. Like I'll figure it out, and it'll just be a place. And there's going to be classrooms there. He wants to put classrooms there. Also, there's going to be minyanim. He wants to make a little shul over there for minyanim.
Shiurim probably before or after.
I guess we'll have shiurim also over there, but it's just going to be this one-stop shop athletic center for guys to go. You don't need a reason. Like, I don't know, you didn't grow up in Queens, but you know, when anyone wanted to play sports, you either go to Valai and I don't know, somehow have a pickup game or whatever, or you sneak into Chavetz Chaim and you get kicked out, right? So now we can have our own place where you go and you here's the thing, you belong there.
Mm-hmm.
No one's kicking you out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it was made for a guy like you to come with your boys, with Nate Raff and Yochananov and Gabby Yak and all these guys and the crew, you know, to just come. You want to work out, you want this, you want that, and mainly for the younger league, for the 15-year-olds, the 14-year-olds, you know, you have women's, let's say, separate women workout classes and stuff like that, whatever, and it becomes this place, this one-stop shop place for our community to come together, whatever. So I don't. So I don't. That's a long part to add out if Richie doesn't want me to talk about it. But so I have another question for you. When you hear the word Ami, what comes to mind? Like what feelings come to mind?
First thing that comes to mind is family. You know, I didn't know anyone going into this league. You didn't
know anyone on your team.
I didn't know anyone on my team.
Wow.
You know, I didn't know Gabby. I knew Eliran. I went to school with him. I actually played basketball with him in YCQ. We were on the same team in middle school.
Was he good then?
No, he wasn't good.
He wasn't good. Were you good then?
I wasn't good either. I'm not gonna lie. But coming in every night, you know, you see the same faces. Even though it's competitive, even though there's trash talking involved, you know, it only stays on the court. Outside, it's like a family. The group chat is amazing. Reading all the texts, listening to the podcast, and it's honestly amazing what you guys done. You know, I can't wait to see it grow, turn into the flagship. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
And what stopped you before from joining?
What stopped me was I just thought there's a lot of old people.
Yo, what are you not against people like me, bro?
I don't know. I just thought like
no comp.
Listen, Nathan was telling me he's scoring 40 points a game. I'm like, what fun is that? You know, let me just get boys in the JCC and we'll run it over there.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not the same. First of all, it's not the same. And second of all, there's more. I think there's more execution.
No,
there's more whatever.
It's not the same. It's way better. You have more competition. You know, you're a family with your team. You grow with your team. Yeah.
Like, how's your team? Like, I speak to Gabby a lot. I love Gabby. Shout out to Gabby. He calls me before games to help you guys game plan or whatever. One time I was trying to help you guys game plan. You gave me this like look like, yo, get off our bench. I'm like, yo, Gabby told me to be here, bro. I'm just trying to help you.
I remember that. Sorry about that.
But how is Gabby? How is your team after a loss?
I can admit the first 3 games I was selfish a little bit. You know, I had the people. The stats getting in my head, like, yo, I'm scoring 50 points a game. I came in that first game like, yo, I could do the same thing, you know? And I did. But did it get us what we wanted? No. And was my team happy? No. And I saw this. It took me 3 games to understand that. Yeah. Took a earful from Gabby. So many nights. Yo, you have to pass the ball. Yo, you have to pass the ball. And I finally got it. You know, slowly we're learning how to play together. Yeah, I still take stupid shots, and yeah, I gotta understand, you know, that a pass is a better option. And the point of a team is to play together. You know, one man is not going to do the job, and I understood that after 3 games, which is tough because it kind of tanked our team into the power rankings.
You guys are climbing though. You guys are climbing.
We are climbing.
I think you guys have been up. I mean, we don't know what this week is, but the past 2 weeks been climbing, and then probably this week also after last night's game.
Yeah.
Who you guys playing next? You know who's playing next?
We're playing Purple.
Oh.
Playing Purple next. Yeah. But
Get ready to score 80 points.
Hopefully.
I mean, listen, you guys. Listen, Gabby is a very good captain. Gabby cares a lot.
Amazing.
I think he cares too much.
I think better coach than you, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Gabby calls me for the coaching.
Wait, why are you kidding? Last night's game, I think it was 55 to 43, right?
Last night's game,
I think it came down to coaching.
Team.
All I heard last night was Ernest yelling, "Wow!" and amazing shot, and then I hear Gabby yelling on the sideline every single play at his teammates. That's all I hear.
Gabby was yelling.
He's screaming at his guys.
He's the reason that we won the
game. I mean, you heard it.
He's the reason that we won.
No, but I'm saying he believe his ideology is a very good ideology in the sense of like, listen, we're going to come together. I know Solomon. I'm sorry, I'm going to expose him a little bit, but he was a little bit nervous about the biggest thing on a team is chemistry, right? And I always say this: that chemistry is the best talent. So the fear was that, all right, how are we gonna mesh this team together, right? They have this kid, Jacob Aranbaev. I remember, you're gonna laugh. I even put the meme out. I don't know if you guys saw the meme.
Yeah, of course.
Remember the meme?
Yeah.
Oh,
the guy turning.
Maybe it was only the captain.
The guy with his wife, and he's turning his head.
I remember when Gabby saw you playing the scrimmage. He's like, he thought he was gonna take Eitan. No disrespect to Eitan. Eitan's balling, but like he's just like, yo, I want this kid. And then he took you, and then you weren't passing, and he's calling me. He's like, yo, I don't know what to do, whatever. Yeah. But I think Gabby puts a lot of effort into his team, and and you could see the difference in your team. You guys are all boys. You guys are all clicking together. You guys don't have any difficult personalities, and I think you guys look forward to coming to games. You guys 100%. Look forward to playing together. You guys. The goal is not necessarily to become, best friends outside, but now you guys see each other outside, and it creates the sense of like connection. And you're gonna, if you don't win the championship, you're gonna go on a different team and you're gonna create all these different connections, and it's gonna be very, very special.
100%.
So I want to butt in over here and add another great announcement from Ami, Baruch Hashem. Boshan, Richie, and the board, and Hashem should bless them. They're always coming up with something new. You would think like there's no way they could outdo themselves, and they keep outdoing themselves. And I wish I could be in Richie's head for maybe a few minutes just to see how that goes. Maybe I wouldn't be able to handle it, but thank God he came up with the Ami Kippah. We were telling him the jerseys look great, and thank you to Ami Athletics and City Med. And then we have the assist, motivate, inspire, which is a very powerful line. It depends how you use it. But it's a wonderful kippah. Has a clip inside. Everybody can use it.
Clip inside?
Yeah, everybody can use it during a game. So B'ezrat Hashem, we're gonna give it out.
Check it out.
And everybody loved the hats and the sweaters. And Baruch Hashem, now you have something to wear even during the game.
Assist, motivate.
The only question is, what will people do who don't have hair? But I think Rich is working. I think Rich is working in that already.
No, wear the hat. Wear the hat.
What's Jay Shah gonna do?
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. He had a boy, right? Or
a girl? Boy.
He had a boy. Mazel tov, Jay Shah.
Read next week. B'ezrat Hashem. Everybody should be healthy. I wanna add in something. A thought I was thinking the other day that we know that Yaakov was preparing to meet Esav, and it says that Esav kissed him. And the Midrash says there's dots on the Torah on the top of the word of Yishakeu. He kissed him. Shout out to Ariel Israelov for putting out a nice Dvar Torah. Hazak Baruch to you, putting out a nice Dvar Torah. Also, I like this trend that everybody's saying Dvar Torah.
Do we have voice notes for Dvar Torahs?
Yeah, you know what I realized? A lot of people just using ChatGPT. They're just using ChatGPT and copying their way out of it. But but Zed Hashem, we're going to keep it going. It's beautiful to have everyone share Dvar Torah, not just trash talk. Hopefully we'll get Coach Avi to share Dvar Torah soon. But
I think he actually started this trend.
Oh yeah.
Last week.
He gave a voice note.
Beautiful Dvar Torah. He started it.
But the dots represent that really he bit him. That Esav was trying to bite Yaakov, and that the Sfat Emet says something beautiful. He says that when we live in exile, a lot of times there's anti-Semitism, and there's people trying to kill us. But then there's a harsher type of exile, which is the Galut of Edom, where right now America and Esav, and that represents how they kill us with a smile. they tell us live in our country, free enterprise, make for yourself a business, live in the suburb, Perfectville, and you drive to work, come home at 5, and enjoy your family, your little Gan Eden, and you slowly give into the morals and the values of the country you live in, and you slowly lose yourself. Someone said very sharp the other day, he told me, someone who used to live in Queens and then he moved out to Long Island, he says, I meet some of these kids, not to knock Fresh Meadows, Jamaica Estates or anything, they're great people, it's just the environment over there is less, it's more Americanized. So then he's like, the guy said, like, I meet these kids, it's like they drink bleach or something, like they're super white American now, you're Buhari, and he's like, yeah, I'm not Ibragimov, I'm Ibragimov, or like, they start changing their names, and it seeps into you, it gets you, whether subconsciously or consciously, and you have to be careful with that they kill you with a smile, that come, join us, be part of us, and you could slowly lose your values. Like the other day, I was at a wedding, and they always in podcasts we all talk about weddings, and the prices and whatnot. But I want to just point out that these people who did the wedding, they did it very different. And, they didn't have a band, and there wasn't crazy flowers at the chuppah, and they did a buffet for the yeshiva guys. There wasn't like service at the table. People, the chairs and the convert wasn't a big deal. And they did it different. They didn't care to do it different. They did it what makes sense for them and what made them happy, and it was still simple and beautiful. And there's a very big Yetzirah to like, be like the people around you. And if you surround yourself with proper people and right people, that's great. Cannot so frame to rechochma. Jealousy of great people is great, and competition leads to higher heights. But if you're surrounded by, let's say, the people you're not supposed to be surrounded by, and it influences you, there's the Rasul Salanter, Allah Shalom, said as a crazy mashal. He said there was a guy running through the streets, and he was running. Another person saw him running. He's like, where is he going? He must be going somewhere really cool and important. I'm going to chase him. And another guy see him running. I'm going to run also. And you see a mob of people just running, following this guy. And they finally catch up to him. He's like, where are you going? He's guys, leave me alone. He's like, where are you going? He's I'm going to the bathroom. Like, what do you guys want from me? So I just want to tap into, like, a lot of times we do things because everybody does it, and we're just following. And you'll ask the other guy, why are you doing it? I don't know, I'm just following the next guy, like I'm not really, I don't even know what I'm doing, and Rabelski, Allah Shalom, my Rebbe used to Rolkin, Rahmat Koneh, he said Rabelski used to always say that everybody has their favorite rabbi. What's their favorite rabbi? Their favorite rabbi is, but everybody does it. But everybody does it. What do you mean? But how do you know on Shabbat is allowed? What do you mean? But everybody does it, And I'm like, you don't know that you'll ask that guy why he's doing. He'll also say, but everybody does it. And then it's like a circle, infinite circle, and especially in basketball also. Like a lot of times people think like you have to maybe have a superstar on your team, and he has to lead the way, and he has to score your 40 points, and then he'll add 10 and he'll add 10, But really, it doesn't have to be that way. Maybe you could have 5 even players that are all, know their roles and combine together. You don't have to be following what everybody else does to work. There's many solutions to one problem, and we have to be confident in ourselves. If you don't study Torah and you don't get confident in what your customs and your heritage is, the allure of the people around you, and
you're going to end up in Columbia University.
Exactly. They're going to be more
The last 3 championship winners had no clear cuts number one option. They're great players, and no number one option.
What do you mean? I'm the clear cut number one option.
You say a lot of things, and you talk a lot. You're the clear cut one option.
I clearly talk a lot. I'm on a podcast.
But no, if you think about it, Green didn't have a number one guy. White did not have a number one guy.
Right.
And Yellow did not have a number one guy. They had guys who could be ones.
And you guys
wasn't
want to hear the craziest part about all 3 of those teams, what they had in common? All 3 of those teams had DPOI. One DPOI.
Yeah, well, Mishpatov was...
Mishpatov, 1 DPOI.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm saying that was... Okay.
I'm whatever. I'm just saying, just add random, whatever. Meaning, and it goes in that it was the MVP. Whoever was MVP those seasons didn't win. Eitan was on my team. He was MVP. We lost to the DPOI because it's more of like, yo, it's not about you. The DPOI is like, yo, I'm just trying to be here for the team.
Who do you think is the front runner right now for DPOI?
We'll get there, Zachy, bro. Wait till the power ranking animation, then ask me your question.
Who cares about power ranking?
Johnny Borokhov.
Who do you think right now? Johnny Borokhov?
Killer.
Yeah, the problem
which means black is winning.
His DPOI thing is not quantified though. It's not like on a stat sheet.
It's never quantified.
It doesn't need to be on a stat sheet.
Doesn't need to be. Yeah, it's advanced analytics. Thank you, Jacob, for joining in.
For this league, the app does not track blocks or steals.
If he's guarding you, how many are you scoring on him?
Nah, I'm scoring 40, but
on Johnny,
30. I'm scoring 30.
So he's
good. He's good.
You ever played with him before?
I did. We played with Black in the scrimmage before the season started. Really good defensive player. He gets in your head more than you do. Ariel was chirping during the game last night.
all I could do.
Jacob can't go left. Jacob can't go left.
But it worked for a little bit.
It did work a little bit, but then we still beat you guys. So
The problem with Johnny is he doesn't have a full. He can only take a 1 and a 2. He can't take more than that.
He leaves his heart out
He's phenomenal.
Every single game. He plays like a dog. He's a beast. He's a beast. Also Nathan Raff.
Same way.
Nathan
Hustlers.
Shout out,
They
5 points,
drink the
a lot of
same.
assists
They
last
drink
night.
the same
I mean, he is
way.
playing. Listen. I'm gonna stick up for him when it's due. Nathan Raff is playing super injured, as you know.
What happened to him?
He has a really bad. If you see his shot, he looks like Markel Fultz over there.
If he was healthy, he would score 30 last
First of all,
night.
he's scared to go for rebounds. He told me. He's like,
What?
I'm scared
He
to
has
go.
a shoulder injury?
Yeah, he has a
Yeah,
bad
he pulled
shoulder.
his
You saw
shoulder.
the tape? Did you watch the
I
game?
didn't see it. I saw it, but I didn't see the tape.
There was tape on his shoulder. He has a
Didn't
really.
he have like 4 threes the week before?
Yeah, I don't know. He was complaining about
We
it.
had
You see
runs.
his shot looks awkward, whatever.
Yeah, we had runs, I think, on Saturday night, and he pulled his shoulder really bad. That was like 2 weeks ago. It's still not better.
How long you know him for?
I known him since I was in the 8th grade.
Yo, tell me a funny story about him, honestly. Drop like a mad funny
He
story.
used to come to my middle school games and sit there
and watch you play.
and watch me play, and me and him did not like each other at all.
Oh, no way.
We
You
did
scrapped?
No, he always used to talk crap. You're not good at basketball. We used to come to the park, meet up, and we just play one-on-ones. And everyone would watch. We would never be on the same team. We hated playing with each other. But thank God, me and him are
One
very
second, who
close.
would win?
It would be different.
Even.
One that way, one that
very
way.
very even. But back then, we were both different players. We were both scrawny. We were both like 100 pounds, small guys.
Blow them over when they fall over.
And this is your whole crew. Yochanan, Gabiak, you guys are all in one crew together.
Not really in one crew, but we're really good friends. We with Nate and Nathan. We went to Pennsylvania last
Shabbat, right?
week for Shabbat. It was great. It's good to kind of like this league, we're busy throughout the week, and we don't get to see each other. So this league is kind of like our excuse to like meet up, and it's good. It's kind of.
I don't see you coming to. Do you watch the games?
I don't watch the games in person, but sometimes on YouTube I tune in.
You love it.
Yeah, I tune in.
Don't act like you don't love it.
I love it. I love seeing the competition.
So what about the toy drive, Ariel?
So I think. Okay. So let's just get into the toy drive. It's coming. It's right around the corner. It's. I think everyone. I mean, I say this all the time. First of all, if you can donate, you can donate. But I don't even know if donations are still open. But if you can donate. If you can't donate with your money, at least donate with your time. You come, you just help distribute it, and make the place look full. Remember, because if everyone's coming in, if the place looks packed, and the kids think like, well, I mean, it's for the kids, so it's the kids know that they're, all these people are coming to help out for them. So, like I said before, if you want to see the stats or you want to see the data, watch the previous podcast of what it can do in terms of the healing process, in terms of the emotional state, and whatever it is. But my question is why so many of our Bukharian kids are struggling emotionally. Forget about the kids who are not feeling well, but this is really a question for another time of like what's the root issue of why so many kids are struggling with, let's say, drugs or low self-esteem, anxiety, even depression. I think that should be addressed.
I think a lot of it has to do with what the rabbi was talking about, assimilation, just seeing other people do it, and.
Right.
And just,
everyone's fit in.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was one time talking to somebody and it struck me. It's like, why, Bukharians, and I don't know if we were going to edit this part out, but Bukharians, if there's lack of a strong father figure, meaning not strong in the sense of dictatorship, but strong in the sense of like a role model in the house. So now, okay, you have your Bukharian father who's still sitting on the floor drinking tea with his kalpok or whatever. So, okay, you're not looking to him for how to navigate America or navigate, North Shore High School, whatever. So, okay, so where are you learning social cues from? Where are you learning antics from or whatever? So one person told me, he's like, how come whenever Bukharian kids, let's say they don't have Judaism in their life and they're not so frum and they go to public school, whatever, why do we gravitate towards like chorny? Why do we look at that hip hop community as, I remember like back in the day, the guys used to have the ice picks and whatever. Why do we gravitate towards there as opposed to gravitating towards, I don't know, Waspy, Long Island, not from, as opposed to, hip hop, 50 Cent, not, you know what I'm saying? Like you see the Bukharian kids, like they talk like, why is that? So I was thinking about it. I'm like, that's a great point. why do we start to, meaning we lose our sense of culture, we lose our sense of self, and we start to adopt this like this chorny sense of self. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, you know why? Because when we would come home from school, I mean, not for Zaki. Zaki grew up in Lakewood Yeshiva or whatever in his house.
No TV, nothing.
Yeah,
wow,
but
no way.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but for most of us, for most more normal Bukharians, you know, we came home from school and our fathers were at work, and what did we do? We watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know what I'm saying? We watched Family Matters. We watched stuff like this, and it's like, oh wow, that guy's cool. Will Smith is cool, whatever it is. And so we're like, okay, that is cool. You know, the hip hop culture, 50 Cent, that's cool. So we started to adopt it, right? So if we don't have that strong role model, and if we don't have that, like, as a father, meaning the father not necessarily being a dictator, and this is like, and please don't get me wrong,
inspiration,
love your kids and show love to your kids, and and I'm talking to myself mainly because a lot of what I'm telling you is not my own opinion, it's my Rebbe's opinion, and I'll just share something small with you that if this doesn't change your life, then you're dead inside.
I love Ariel Dvar Torahs.
It's not a Dvar Torah. It's not a Dvar Torah. Keep listening, guys. Whoever, it's not a Dvar Torah. And I'll just share something with you that if you're a father, if you're a son, or a daughter, it doesn't matter. He says the number one most important thing, and really you can apply this to basketball. And it's funny, I was listening to Coach, what's the coach of Duke? What's the guy's name? Coach
K.
Coach K. So he's like, you know, what's the number? I still remember this was in the Olympics 2008. He's like, you know, what's the number one rule in basketball? He's like, what's the most important rule in basketball?
Pass the ball.
So no. I'm talking about actual rule.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, okay, not to travel, shoot on your own basket, this, that. No. I'm going to just speed this up a little bit so the attention spans. I know the attention spans of a goldfish over here. So he's like, you know what the number one rule is? The boundary. Out of bounds. He's like, why? Because if there's no boundary, I can take the ball, I can go across the street and I'll shoot on that hoop and I'll still score, right? So the boundary really keeps us within a frame, within a certain area. Okay, it keeps us from losing our minds. So Rabbi Elephant says, like, a home without a boundary. Now, love your kids, but there should be boundaries in the home. Now, boundaries and rules are two different things.
People a lot of times say, oh, but they're kids, what's the big deal?
Right. I mean, it's funny because I was walking on Rosh Hashanah, and this is completely separate. I was walking on Rosh Hashanah, and I see two kids, they literally did not look Jewish. They looked Spanish or whatever. They were riding their bikes on their electric scooter on Rosh Hashanah. They were going on Main Street past 73rd, very big intersection, and they ran the red. They're laughing like a bunch of morons, and they ran the red, and a car literally short stopped. If that car would have hit them, we would have been going to 2 funerals.
Wow. Okay,
and what happens? The kid stops and goes, "Oi, blah," like, yo, the guy almost hit me. Wow, thank God I have my kippah. I'm not exaggerating. Thank God I have my kippah in my pocket. Puts the kippah on, just drives away, just bikes away.
On Rosh Hashanah.
On Rosh Hashanah night. And whenever I was walking with Levi Shev, I'm like, wow, first of all, the kid is nuts. And second of all, like this comes from like the parents. It should come from the parents of not sitting, don't ride your bike. But it comes from certain role models of like, hey, be safe. You know, there's certain boundaries in the home, certain things we don't do. You know, like Rabbi Elephant said, like when he was growing up, let's say, you know, there's certain things like Chalav Stam, Chalav Yisrael. Chalav Yisrael we don't do, whatever. And it doesn't make a difference. It really doesn't matter. But the idea that number one, that there's love, and number two, that there's boundaries. And that, you know, we are a family, we stand for something, we have a backbone. Having a backbone is very important. Having boundaries in the home is very important, because if you don't have boundaries in the home, as Rabbi Elephant says, you don't have a home, you're homeless, right? There's no walls in the home, there's nowhere that the kid ends up, whatever, and then Chas v'Shalom, he ends up doing things that he's not supposed to be doing, and that's a big problem in our community that's being spoken about a little more and more over the past few years. But this is one of the symptoms. But
very well said. And I think it's time for the power rankings, guys.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Now you can talk, Zaki. Now you can talk. This guy the whole time.
Tell us how it is, Zaki.
I'm excited.
Tell us how it is.
Let's start off with
the
green
power
first.
rankings. So just to educate Jacob a little bit, we're gonna start off with the bottom, and we're gonna move up. So green is after last night still not at the bottom, but we're gonna move it up. We're gonna go number 14. Now again, guys, I want to just say something before. I have to say this every week. I love everyone here. Don't take it personal.
I know people who literally go home and cry to their captain after the power ranking.
Listen, I get complaints. Oh, I want to know your advanced analytics. I want to know this. I want to know that. Why do you put us here? Why do you?
Then they make their own.
Guys, I gotta put someone at 14 and someone at 1, and I think that this year 14 and 1 is kind of like here.
Yes.
Usually it's like here.
Yes.
It's like so easy to move.
Every team is good.
Every team is good. There's
team
no
is good.
team that's like, hey, you know what, we'll win. No
saying
one
if you look
has
in the
that.
beginning of the season, where'd you have Navy in the beginning of the season?
Where'd you have
Navy,
us?
I had
Remember.
them low. I had them
13.
low.
13. Who'd they
Remember
beat?
that. Remember that.
They beat Green. So there you go. Anything can happen.
That's what I'm saying. 14-1.
I mean, the truth is, I think that whatever. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later on. But number 14, we're gonna go with Teal again. They're still on the bottom. I feel bad, man. Honestly, that Tuesday night was a bunch of choke games. My team choked. Teal choked. Teal had
you
to
think
win.
your team choked, or that's your potential?
No, we choked.
That's
First of all, we were missing Tom, which whatever. We'll get to that later.
That's huge.
Literally.
Yeah. But we're gonna go with Teal. Teal, bro, they handed them the game. They were up by like 10. A couple minutes left.
up by
It was
8.
I think.
Who did they play against?
Gold.
They played no,
gold.
they played purple.
Purple.
They played purple.
Okay.
Ari Israilov is a baller, bro.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Baller.
They got them back.
But the whole team purple. Coach Avi had a nasty and 1-3.
Cherry picking
Yeah.
or no?
A
little bit.
A little
yeah,
bit,
no,
a little bit,
no,
not
a lot of it.
Not much.
But he had a nasty 3. Now I think he might even had more, but whatever. He had 31 points.
Okay. Not
So
bad.
And he's 36 years old.
and he's 36 years old. So we gotta show respect. Teal's at
Stand
number
up when he
14.
comes into the room.
He's getting there.
Are they going to get it together, Zachy?
Teal, it looked like they were getting it together a little bit. It looked like I saw a lot of positivity in that team. I think that they have to gel. There needs to be a little more leadership. I think there's a little bit of an
he's going to
identity
step up.
of who's doing what. You know, it kind of looks like 5 guys playing. I don't.
They're all playing the same position.
It's kind of off. I don't know. They have listen. Everyone has the potential to get where they want to be in life. Will they get there is a question, and it's not just about passing the ball. Sometimes it's just difficult. It's a lot to work with.
If someone asks you, how do I go up in the power rankings, what would you say?
I made a video about that.
And what did
Stop
you say?
complaining to me. Don't complain about my advanced analytics. Just win games.
There we go.
That's it.
No, but sometimes but I
just
have
win
to
games.
disagree with
One
that
second,
because sometimes teams win games.
I'm Gray.
And you just go like, nah, like it's about dominance. It's about future.
Head off.
But they just won 2 games in a row.
I didn't
I
say
have a
win a
illusion on
game.
Gray,
I said
sorry.
win games. Gray is moving up.
I think Gray should.
I think Gray will be up this rankings.
Amazing team, by the way.
But you need to win games. You can't just and again.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
different
We'll
teams
talk about
match
this.
up with different
Next
teams.
rankings,
So
Zachy.
we'll get
13.
there.
Sometimes
Who's on-
I just want to press like fast forward on
Ari,
wait.
Ari hates when I talk because he's just waiting for orange right now.
13.
Who's number 13?
He's waiting for next week.
Like
green
green.
versus orange.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm playing you next week.
Number 13, we're gonna go with light green. A lot of hype, a lot of hype, right? Every game, light green is good, light green is good. They lost to gold this week, and they're just not winning.
Yo,
They're
Eitan's
rookies.
Bald.
Eitan's so
tough.
I don't care who bowled, who didn't bowl. They need to win. They need to win.
They don't finish.
I've had enough of this. They're a good team. They could win. They're good. You just need to win games. They're
The
1 and
excuse
5.
before was
They're 1 and 5, right?
the excuse before was they were playing tough teams. Their schedule was hard in the
They
beginning.
lost to gold.
Yeah.
They
Gold's not a bad
Gold
team.
is a really good
Gold
team.
full team. Mikey, Asa, Eitan, good
I
team.
disagree. And the reason why number
12.
12. We're gonna go with maroon. Maroon.
Maroon.
Most Stayam.
Listen, they were red was killing them at one
You guys
point.
played Maroon?
Yeah, first game.
Oh, that was the first game when they
97 points they
Oh
scored.
yeah.
I think I scored like
You had
40
something. I remember.
Yeah.
That was that
Yo,
first
why
game they
making
won.
this all about you, bro?
No,
and
but
since then they're either 1 and 4 or 1 and 5. I think they missed the game, so I think 1 and 4.
They didn't win a game since their
I know
game.
that's what I'm saying. They're 1.
So what's the story? What's up with them?
They got a lot to work on, bro.
Their defense, I think.
They got
need
a
to work
lot
on defense.
I don't think defense is so
No.
bad. I think
Arthur Kopp is killing it on defense.
I think they have to just learn. There was a lot of questions regarding Arthur and Daniel Chaim and the rest of that.
They're going to mesh, yeah.
And the first game it was like, oh my god, this is like the dream pairing.
We
And I
didn't-
was like,
we
not
didn't
so
have our
fast.
full team.
We don't know. And I think that they need to
They're clashing on
mesh.
offense.
I don't think they're clashing on a personal level, but I think they need to mesh with the team. The whole team has to be involved. It can't just be two guys meshing. It has
like-
to be the 2 guys with the team.
I feel like it's more one-on-one. I see it a little bit.
There you have it. That's what
see a little
you
bit.
can't win a 1-on-1. It's not going to work.
Nope.
Number 11, we're going to go with gold. Now, I'm sure you disagree with this.
Eitan was hot.
So Eitan is Eitan, obviously. But when I see gold play,
Former MVP, bro. Put some respect on his name.
listen, he was on my team.
No, but they lost last night, right? They lost.
We had an 8-1 season.
They lost to Yellow. They lost to
They
Yellow.
lost to
It
Yellow.
was bad.
It was pretty bad. It wasn't like super bad, but the amount of turnovers they had.
Yeah.
Listen, you're missing players. Right? We played 2 games without Gabby. We played a game without Tom. We played a game without me. And we still kept it together. It wasn't we won some game, we lost, whatever, but we kept it together. Mikey is not, they have to, I think, and again, I don't want anyone to take this personally, I think David Nitalov has to embrace the league, kind of like what Jacob said. You know, in the park is one thing. I'm good. Yes, you're amazing. But you have to translate that into the league and in a team. And I think he has the potential. Is why I'm saying this. I think I called out one other player in this league when on my rankings, which was Jacob Aranbaev. We'll talk about that later. But I think David Nitalov has played a little more aggressive, a little more, be more involved on defense, on offense. That team needs him. If they figure that out, because he has the potential, they're gonna be good. So
they have a high ceiling.
His jump shot is amazing.
He was hitting last night, like from the free throw line. Did you see the game?
No.
He hit like 8 points in a row from the free throw line, and then it just disappeared.
He has a great shot. He just, when the paint is a little crowded, he doesn't drive in as much. And we saw it. That was our game plan against him, to kind of like push him out of the paint. And then that's,
he's got to play a
little bit more aggressive, but very good shot.
I agree with that. Number 10, we're going to go with purple. Coach Avi, I think they moved up once. I think they were 11 last week. They pulled off I think they won like on a 20-4 run.
Yeah.
At the end of the game against Teal.
Nuts.
They were
down.
Bro, Ari, you got out coached this week because you were coaching that game.
Coaching who?
Everyone listen. Bill Belichick had off games too. No disrespect to Ari. This just happened.
I'll take the disrespect.
This week wasn't your week.
I'll take it on the chin.
This week wasn't your week.
No.
I think next week you're playing Orange. You'll have a good. He's dying to play Orange, but
Orange is the only game on my schedule.
Number 9. We're gonna go with
Gray.
We've been going up the past couple of weeks. I think you're at number 9.
Just let me say in my defense. Why are we beneath yellow? We beat them by 14 points. Just put us in front of yellow. What's wrong with that?
I think, again, this comes down to matchups. I said this before you played yellow. I said the way to beat yellow is to get an Eliran in Yosef's face.
Yes.
Play aggressive with them, and that's your team's strength. And I said you guys will win. Does not mean that you're a better team than yellow. Because certain teams where it's, they like the physical style of play. They don't mind that. I think you guys will struggle.
Okay.
I think you guys will have to rely on chemistry more.
Yeah.
And again, chemistry, like Ari said, is the best talent. You guys could be a number 1 team.
Jay Shell's tier 1. Jay Shell's tier 1.
Jay Shell is a tier 1.
Balling out.
He's
scoring 30 points past 2 games.
He's playing amazing, but besides for Jay Shell, you have Patil who can shoot a little bit.
You know what it is? You guys started off rough, and Zach refused to.
Okay.
Because of that, Zach refuses to put you higher. That's it.
Okay.
He saw you play one bad game, and to him, it's like.
Listen, I'll tell you.
He buried us.
I'll tell you like this. I'll tell you like this.
Listen, if we be black next week, where are you putting us?
You're going much higher.
Oh, there we go. That's all I want to hear.
1 tier higher.
Jason, we're coming for you. I love you. We're family. We're coming for you.
9, 8, 6, 7. You can move. Give me one more win.
Got
Give me one more dominant win.
I'll give you the juiciest win. I'll give you black.
Who are you playing? Who are you playing next?
Black.
He's playing
Oh,
black.
he's playing black.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you beat black this week, you will see a jump.
Okay, there we go.
That's what I want from
Putting
you.
in my
See, guys,
pocket. Putting
this
in my
is
pocket.
what you do. You
Put it on the record.
You don't
We will replay
complain.
this. We'll put it on the chat. We will
Do
replay
what
it.
you need to do.
Got it.
Just put your head down, win, and you're going to go up. That's it. It's that simple, guys. Number 9, we're going to go with the yellow. Big win last night. But again, big loss earlier in the week. The yellow is a confusing team. That's why it's hard.
Maroon.
Last night they beat
beat Gold last night, and who they lose to?
They lost to Gray early in the week.
Oh, you guys beat them
by 14.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're like I said it. They're gonna one game they're gonna play amazing, and one game they're not, and that's what happened this week. They won by 10, lost by 14. So that's yellow. At number 7, we're gonna go with blue. Number 7 is blue.
Which blue? Navy blue.
Navy blue.
With navy, yeah. There's blue and light blue. Navy blue, you want to call them. Blue. I said this. Ari said in the beginning that blue has potential to be top 5, and I said, listen, they have potential. I want to see Jacob Aranbaev move the ball, play smart, and play better. And
he's been doing that.
I listen.
I gotta give a lot of credit.
I listen to you
because you listen to me. You listen to his coach. I spoke to Gabby a lot about this, and to listen to a coach who is not a tier 1 or 2 in basketball, where you have that, I know how to ball. It's kind of like I'm on the side. It takes a lot of maturity and a lot of. I respect that. So I want to give you a big shout out. You are the reason your team is winning 3-3, and not because of your points.
I think it has to do with everyone else.
I think that you're leading that team and you're elevating them. And I think that, again, it's not you. The point is that you are creating a system where everyone steps up. That's the most important thing. So big shout out.
Thank you.
I gotta show some love, man. You guys are a scary team, 3-3, and 3-game winning streak. Who you guys play next week? Purple.
Like Purple.
So we might very well see, I think, 4-3. No.
It depends if you talk to Coach Avi or not. No, but they're a good team. They're a good team.
Number 6, we're gonna go with light blue. Here's my take. Right, they beat us this week without Tom, which was huge because Mikey Yonatan had like 19 points all under the hoop.
Layups.
That doesn't happen when Tom is there. But I will say that I don't think they won this game. I think we just lost it. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I think Nate would have still done well with Tom in the paint.
Nate wasn't the reason why they won.
You saw how he scored so many at the end?
He
just like, I'm taking over. That's it.
He had a couple of layups at the end, but from a lot of the game, he was not involved. It was Josh Yonatan having these annoying layups. Mike Kaykov had a bunch of layups also under the hoop. They had a lot of offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw that. Not from Nate.
From Mike.
Not from Nate. Nate was outside. So with Tom being there is a big deal. Now again, even forget Tom, we choked at the end. We had a couple of turnovers, but you can't have that. You can't have guys missing free throw. We choked. So I think that I attribute that more of Orange losing the game than light blue coming out and having a dominant performance.
Best of 3, you're winning 2?
I think with Tom, yes.
Yeah,
without Tom, I think we could.
With Tom.
Yeah, I think we're winning.
I disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
I disagree.
I think we're winning.
Nate is going to kill. Easy.
Nate has this thing. He just like he puts it in like in the Lamborghini mode.
And also shout out to Nate, by the way. He was down 7 with a minute and a half to go. I was sitting on the sideline with his dad. He was dribbling up the ball. You see him all sweaty. He looks at his dad. He goes,
It's time.
I'm winning. He's like, I'm winning this game. His father goes, oh wow. I'm like, yo, you're down 7 minute and a half to go.
Apparently he had a fever. That's what he said after. After I took him,
afterward.
I stuck him like glue the whole game, and then he comes to me after. I had a fever.
Fever game.
He's not even putting 100% in these games.
Yeah.
If he puts 100%,
we're toast.
He has potential. Nate is still getting into that.
So good.
That role. I think he can go higher. Number 5, we're gonna go with White.
Ooh, they had black. I almost had them.
White had black. Now again, Yaakov Chaimov was shooting. You guys watched that game?
Yeah.
Yo, Yaakov Chaimov did not miss.
He killed. What?
Do you think this is the new Yaakov Chaimov, which is really the old Yaakov Chaimov?
Which is really the old Yaakov Chaimov.
Or was this game just a lucky game?
It was a lucky game.
It's like when Eliran said I was
That's
good back then. That Yaakov went back in time.
He didn't do that versus.
Hold on a second. Can you educate him who old Yaakov Chaimov was?
Old Yaakov Chaimov was a 3-point sniper.
Okay, 3.
This was his game. He would do this all the time.
No, he wouldn't.
Maybe not to this level.
His field goal percentage this game was very high. He's not hitting 6 threes. He was good for 3 to 4 threes a game.
He hit tough shots.
I saw
the guy was red hot.
But I don't think they deserve.
And they still lost by 10.
And they lost. Yeah, I mean, they at the end they couldn't stop Jason. That was what it came down to.
Yeah, I think the better team won.
Wow.
As much as listen.
I mean, Avi Rubino wasn't in. You want to say that he could have made a difference? It couldn't have made a difference. But
I don't think they belong up there.
Why not?
So I think that Navy can beat them. I think that Gray can beat them.
So you think your team is a better team than White?
100%. We lost them by 2 points. 2 points.
Wow, you guys heard it here.
And that was.
You're going to get a lot of hate from White because they like to hate.
It's okay. I'm being honest. I think we could take them. The best of 3. We're winning 3 games.
Wow.
So where would you rate yourself in the power ranking?
Definitely above White.
So I mean
below Orange.
So number 5.
Number 5.
That's where we are right now. 5. Yeah.
Number 5.
Okay.
Shout out to Avi Rubinov. He's hopefully should be
You're ahead
healthy.
of Light Blue also.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Number 5. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Love the confidence.
Yes. If I passed the ball a little bit more, we would have.
Listen, they are 3-0 in the past 3 games, so you guys can do it.
This is the Orange team from last season.
Yes. We started out 0-3 and we went on a big run.
Yeah.
So
I think White is a really good team, but I think we're better, and I think there are other teams that are better.
It's close, honestly. After last night's win, it's very close. I think White, Light Blue, Blue, and Orange. I mean, it's hard to grade Orange because Tom wasn't there. I don't know what his future is.
They're all in the same.
They're all in the same category, I think.
Yeah.
It's all interchangeable. It depends matchups. Depends.
I think even put Green in there. They're all interchangeable.
Wow. On to number 4. We're gonna go
Unfortunately, I
with
can't say anything back.
we're gonna go with Orange at number 4. Now, again, guys, I just want to make a little announcement. We don't know what is going on with Tom. He hurt his back.
Oh, wow.
He's out indefinitely. So that could be 2 weeks. It could be 2 months. We don't know. He might be out for the season. I have no idea. He doesn't know. Hopefully, it looks like it's gonna be shorter than that. But we don't know yet. So I wish him the best. Unfortunately, with Tom, he's needed. He is
Anchor.
desperately needed. We played Light Blue just so many times. I'm like, you turn around, you're like, we need that board, we need that block, and it's just no one there.
What team was he on last year?
He was on Red.
He was on Red. How did they do?
Kakyov's team.
They did
won
not do
one
well.
game.
They won one game.
They won one game. Yeah, they did not do well.
It was a shorter season also.
Wow.
by a game.
Yeah, right.
They won one game.
They did not do well. There were problems with that team. It just fit their styles, different things that some players like, they don't like. It didn't go well, But thank God for Alex Akirov, who's at number 3.
I think he should be higher.
No, I think
by the way, they got really upset at me and you for saying not nice. I mean, they think we said not nice things about them. I didn't say anything not nice.
I don't think we said anything.
I don't think we said. I think they're just being sensitive. You just exploited the fact that we played we played them 4-4. Gabby was upset at me that I'm like, wow, he finally started hitting his layups. Gabby came to me. He's like, yeah, why you got to say that? I finally started hitting my layups. I'm like, you know why? Because you don't remember. You remember this because I played against you in the playoffs. Gabby was on my team, and we're down 1 with 7 seconds left, and he misses 3 layups under the rim, and we lost. And
to go to the finals.
And we lost a great team, Zacky's team, Zachy and Mickey, to go to the finals. Wow. So, Gabby, I love you.
Yo, when am I going to get some love for that layup, bro?
Zachy.
When are we going to talk about the layup?
What layup?
And one layup to send it to get
bro, nobody cares. Again, you say things that are irrelevant.
Just talk about Avery.
Just talk about the power ranking.
We were down by 2 with 13 seconds left.
And you hit a layup?
And 1 layup. So
this guy lives in the past.
That was when there was color or was black and white?
No, this is like...
There was no TVs.
5-6 years ago. It wasn't so...
Was it streamed?
It wasn't...
there was no live stream. There was no phone.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
It wasn't on record.
We have it on video. So that, I don't know.
It was on video.
We have video. We had video that time. You know what I'm saying?
Who's number 4?
Red? 4. Number 3 is red. Number 4 is white.
Okay.
Number 3 is red.
I think red should be higher. Shout out to Red. Shout out to Alex.
Really good team.
Red right now, here's why they're not higher. And this kind of...
They're playing very dominant.
This might be a knock on them. They're playing to 90-95% of their potential. They're there.
You're saying they're already capped.
I think that they have a maybe slight room for improvement, but they're there. Now, the good thing is that, and the bad thing is, many teams never figure out their full potential. They can go a whole season. NBA players, you had Jalen Brunson on the Mavs. He comes to the Knicks, boom. You have certain, look at Kat. He comes to the Knicks, he's blowing up. Certain people, teams, things, they don't realize their potential.
Right.
A season later, 2 seasons. Red realized that. So you got to put respect there. But on the downside, if a team comes into Red and says, we're playing to where we can play, they're going to win that game. I think that teams can beat Red, and they can beat them bad. We played Red. I wasn't even playing, and we didn't play to our potential, and we still beat them. We held them to 40 points. So I think that Red is, they don't like when I say this, or maybe they should like when I say this, because it's a good thing to be at 90%, 95% of your potential. At number 2, we're going to go with green. What's going on?
Oh, nice. You got a gift, Ariel.
my God.
This is a gift.
Enjoy this on your Shabbat table from Gabby Elishayev and the Navy Blue.
Wow.
Thank you, Gabby.
Oh, my
make a
gosh.
brach on this.
Wow. Shakol ne'emet varo.
Yeah.
Everything's from Hashem.
I'm going to make a brach on this.
Some nice blueberries.
Yeah.
That was...
Can you divide it out to your whole team?
I think each one is for each point they scored on you.
Just leave 5 for Nathan.
Yeah, I think he's smashing those on the way out. Listen, guys, green is 3-3. Why are they at number 2? And I'll tell you
Yeah,
why.
that makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
I'll tell you why.
Advanced analytics.
This is the advanced analytic of today's show, and I'll tell you what's going on. Last night, green was so worried about playing orange this week. They forgot who they played. Like during their first time out, you just hear Ari and the whole green team. Guys, against orange, we're going to play through a box 1. We're going to stop Gabby. And then blue team's like, do they know where they are? Like, we're in the middle of a game against them, you know? And it just showed on the court. So I think they just got confused.
They were lost.
On a regular night, Green is the better team. Green is going to win the game. It was a fluke. It was a fluke. It was a fluke. You know, they're excited about Orange.
I do not think so.
I think that
best of three, we're taking that easy.
I got to respect Gabby for putting up a great, crazy coaching performance. But again, Ari Nisanov is a coaching GOAT. I think they're going to, best of three, I take excluding what happened last night, best of three, I think Green's winning 2-4.
Well, Ariel, tell us what happened last night. So what was it?
He was too busy talking to me on the court. That's what.
No, but all seriousness.
What happened last night?
Wait, first talk about how'd you sleep last night? It was
tossing and turning.
I see you're yawning a little bit. What happened?
Tossing and turning. I was thinking about the blueberries. What happened last night? We had a lot of turnovers. If you watched the game, I think we had over 20 turnovers.
Wow.
Number one. Number two, Nate Raff. He's averaging 25 a game. He finished with like 7 points. So he was missing his layups. So it was just like a perfect storm, and then that led to frustration. Then and then it was like a little bit of a downhill battle. Now, in my opinion, for the way we played, we should have been blown out by 25. In my opinion, what I'm saying, percentage wise, plus minus on the court, turnover wise, we weren't rebounding. Nate Raff wasn't doing his thing. So there was a lot of different things that we didn't do a good job. We switched man on him. Whatever. There was a lot of execution plays, and there was a lot of adjustments that I made that were the wrong adjustments against them, and it bit me in the butt. They outplayed us. Their zone choked us. Offensively,
they have a crazy zone.
Yeah, offensively, we did not do much. Defensively, they scored a lot of their points in transition.
They only had 55 points, so it wasn't like your defense.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, last season we allowed teams 54 points a game on average. That was our and we were number one in the league. So it wasn't really our defense that really collapsed. Our defense played. I mean, we could have played a little better.
I think it was your shooting that killed you.
Yeah, so our
game. Avi was missing those wide open threes. Nathan was missing those wide open layups. Remy, he wasn't putting those rebounds back up.
But you can't say that because people in the league don't like when I say that in the power rankings. Oh, they just had an off night.
Yeah, we can't stand
that. It wasn't like that, right? They don't like that.
It wasn't.
So that's why I think we should have slipped.
I don't think it was an off night. I think we just played really good defense.
Happens to be also, Gabby spoke to me last week and I said, if there's one team you guys match up very well against, it's Green.
Really?
Because Green relies on a lot of physical play and athleticism, especially from Nate Raff and Daniel Yusupov, and just running around and getting those offensive boards. And I think you guys have a lot of guys who are very aggressive, very athletic. You, Salim Pirov, Alex Plushki, Elon Lishayev, he's tall and he's skinny.
Honestly, shout out to him in the most loving way possible. He's so effing annoying. I love that kid.
Oh my God.
But defensively, he's so annoying.
He saved me. I would have got fouled out if it wasn't for him.
On to number one. We're going to go with black. Nothing to say.
The juggernaut.
I don't even want to talk about them already. It's getting annoying. Guys, please message the league. Someone beat black. Thank you very much.
We did.
Beat them again.
No, someone besides for Green.
Someone besides for Green. Someone just beat black already. It's getting out of hand. I don't know what's going on.
I'm telling you, I say this over and over again. It's funny to watch, even against White. You see, like they did a 1-on-1 on Jason. Leo was guarding him, so Jason was like, okay, he's kind of doing his thing, whatever. And Johnny brings up the ball, gives it to Rob, gives it to Yuri, hits a baseline jumper, and you're just like, okay, they don't even need Jason to beat White. So.
Quick question: if we play black next week and we win.
You're playing black next week?
No,
if you beat black, you are flying up the roof. Whoever beats black will fly up the ring.
Are we tier 1?
You're playing black next week, no?
Yeah.
Please beat them.
It's crazy. Like
you will fly
and
up.
It's respect to black. If you beat Green, you'll go up 1 spot. You beat black, you go up 11 spots.
Yeah, I was looking at the game. I'm like, okay, if White wins, I'm putting them at 1.
Really?
Maybe 2. Maybe if they win this game right now, I was like, I don't care. Out of respect to them, out of what they did. I woke up and realized that it's not going to win. They're going to lose. And then even when it was tied, I knew they were losing. Yakov Chaimov is not sustainable with what he was doing. So
Jason takes out his magic hat.
So here's
someone book a birthday party for Jason's mom on the day of his game. I'm sick and tired of this. He hasn't missed one game the entire 3 years.
Fun fact. I mean, against us, Yuri wasn't there, but last season nobody missed a game for their team. Oh, they did a few times against Royal Blue. That's not true. Jason never missed a game.
Jason never missed a game.
Yeah, the workhorse.
He's so good.
Jason, take it easy in life, bro.
It's not all about basketball.
It's
Joe.
really
Okay, guys,
not all
we're
about
gonna start davening. We're gonna start davening.
No. Question. Okay, here's the hot take. You're sitting in the hot seat right now.
Let's do it.
Top 3 MVP candidates.
Me, Jason. Let's do top 4. Let's do top
Okay,
4.
top 4.
Me, Jason, Nathan Raff, and Nate Yochananov.
Did you put Nate in Raf because he's your boy?
No, he belongs up there.
So if it's between you and Jason, who do you think should win it?
I think Jason. Jason's a better player.
How could you put Nate Raff in that conversation? I think Nate Raff is. I think it's Daniel Yusupov and Nate Raff.
No, Nate Raff is.
They're 1A, 1B. Who's the 1A? You guys can discuss.
One-on-one player, or are you talking about?
I'm talking about MVP. MVP.
I think Nate Raff is up there. I think Nate Yochananov is up there. Daniel Yusupov, amazing defensive player. He killed me last night. He killed me. His defense was amazing, but those pick and rolls, he couldn't get through it. And I think that's what really won us the game.
That separates him with Johnny. Johnny, you can't set a screen on.
No,
Johnny Barker.
he's gonna go under someone's legs.
Yeah, you can't set a pick on him.
Okay, so now who do you have at winning the finals?
Winning
or
the finals.
making the top 3 teams?
Besides for your team, who's making?
No, with your team. With your
Well,
team.
obviously his team.
Okay, so let him say his team.
Who's making it? I think it's gonna be Black is gonna get up there, and Red. Black and Red.
Red. Wow.
And if you had to pick a third team?
Black and Red.
Navy blue.
And Green.
Wow. Honestly, that's very mature of you.
Black, Red, and Green.
And who do you think is the most overrated? I'm saying who. And now DPOI.
DPOI, either Johnny Borchov or Daniel Yusupov.
Yeah, pick a third.
Pick a third. Nate Ilyabayev.
Oh, you did.
Gabby Chafizo should be there.
I haven't really watched his games.
He is a good
I haven't
defender.
played
He is a
yet.
good defender.
Most underrated player in the league.
No, most overrated team in the league. I already know what you're gonna say, but
Most overrated team in the league is Green.
you have us going to the finals, but we're
It's
overrated.
okay. It's
I think
fine.
he just wanted to make it cool.
Most underrated player in the league, Eliran Elishayev.
Wow. Teammate.
He's starting to get a lot of love. He is.
Bro, on the first podcast, I gave him a lot of love.
No, I'm saying from the rest of the league. People are starting to recognize, like, if they're playing zone, you go away from him. Just get the ball away from him.
I was saying this I was funny. I took the train with Jason one time, and I'm like, yo, did you realize your backcourt last season, when they played their 3-2 zone, it was Jason, Mike Elishayev, and Eliran at the top.
Yeah.
And they were just trapped. I'm like,
so
I don't know how anyone ever got through them.
It's so fun playing with him. Playing with all the Elishayevs, honestly. It's so fun.
You're gonna become one. Watch.
Shout out to Elishayev. You married?
No, I'm dating.
That's not the show.
He's single, Elishayev.
No, I'm dating.
Dating.
Oh, he's dating. So never mind.
Awesome, guys. Great job.
Shabbat shalom,
Shabbat
guys.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.